another episode of The Golden Impact. Okay, we miss y'all. We had so much that has gotten done. The annual event just passed. The recap is fire. How have y'all been? Y'all been good? How has the 360 video booth life been? Let us know. We coming back hot. We got some entrepreneurs lined up. Okay, back to back to back. We got some more events lined up. I'm talking about this month, the next couple months. Stay tuned for that. Okay, it's only getting bigger and better. And listen, the Golden Impact now has golden executives. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here, right? You will see. I promise. But today, we came to y'all to talk about manual 360 video booths and automatic 360 video booths. We see the comments, we see the likes, we see the subscribes. The love is there. Make sure y'all let us know what y'all need, what y'all want to see. Do y'all prefer a private group chat that's a subscription on a month-to-month basis? Or do y'all want that ebook that I know y'all been in our messages about? Okay. Let us know. Your feedback helps us to help you. So, let's really talk about it. The 360 video booth, it's not all about the machine. It is all about the process, right? Who's operating it? Who is the executive spinner? Who's the owner of the company? Who's dealing with the customer service? Who's dealing with the hospitality? Who's dealing with the scheduling? Who's dealing with the time management? Who's dealing with the purchasing? It's a whole collaboration of items, spectics, numbers, everything. But when it comes specifically to the platform, which one do you go for? Personally, the Golden Impact believes the automatic 360 video booth belongs to someone who maybe has a event space or someone who's not really traveling with their 360 too much, someone who is more stationary with their 360. This is why. We do work with both. We're going to break down pros and cons in the automatic, and then we're going to break down pros and cons in the manual. When it comes to the automatic video booth, it's great. Honestly, it provides less physical work. You press a button and it just goes. It goes until you press the button again and it stops when you want it to stop. It also has the same velocity, right? When you're looking at the video, it has the same velocity. It's not slower in some areas. It's not faster in some areas. It's one speed. As we said, it is best to keep it stationary just because it is a little bit heavier than the manual 360 video booth, right? So how you carry, how you transport really affects your machine. Wear and tear happens on machines, on people, on everything, right? So it is heavier than the manual 360 video booth. So always keep that in mind. Now, to go into both before we start talking about the manual 360, they both come in different sizes. You can get the small one, whether that's 1 to 2 people that fit on the platform, or you can get the one that's 3 to 5 people on the platform, right? It all depends on what type of events you want to do, what type of outings you want to be at, what type of spaces do you see yourself working at. What we do know from working automatics, working manuals, you can't charge the same, or let us rephrase, you shouldn't charge the same, and people won't necessarily accept the same amount when you have a smaller platform versus a platform that holds 3 to 5 people. So again, you want to go into the idea of knowing what type of events you want to do, how many people you want on your platform, what type of prices you want to charge, what type of ROI you want to make, return on investment. And that all should be thought out before you select that buy or put in cart, okay? Because you need to know these things. You need to know who your clientele is going to be so you can get the best outcome from this industry, from this business, for your pockets. And okay. So now moving on to the manual 360 video booth. We love the manual 360 video booth. We feel like it's a little more versatile when it comes to being at an event. Why? Because the manual 360 video booth does not require a cord to plug in. Doesn't require a cord to plug into a wall, into an extension cord. It doesn't require any of that, right? So now when you go into your spaces, you don't have to be confined to one area. You can now move about in different spaces, different corners, set up your space where it has the best traffic. You have options. What do we always speak about? Options. We love options because it provides different outlooks on it. It provides different perspectives. It provides different opportunities for each guest, each person that's coming on that 360. So not only does it allow you to move around and set up where you feel is best and not necessarily a necessity because you have to be plugged into somewhere, it's less liability. Okay? When somebody's getting off the 360, I've seen automatic video booths that the wire is just sticking out and somebody can easily trip. I've seen automatic booths with a wire that's taped down, which is better than it just being out all willy-nilly, but it's still something guests would have to watch out for when they're stepping down or when they're walking around the 360 video booth or when somebody's carrying their plate of food or when somebody's carrying their drink. Some people like to bring their drinks on the 360 booth. So you just want to keep these things in mind. That's why we really do, emphasize our opinion on having that automatic 360 video booth if you're more stationary and if you're not traveling around too much, not only for the weight, but the cords, the liability, and just having to luggage that 360, which is already heavy, manual or automatic, regardless, right? Leave us a comment. Do you have a 360 video booth that is manual or auto? Let us know, okay? What works best for you? What do you like and why do you like it? I feel like the why is the most important. Some people might relate to you and some people might agree or disagree, but it's very important to just hear people out, their reviews, their opinions. We've been in this industry for over a year now, so definitely take heed to our experiences because we go out for our business, but also to bring back to y'all and reflect on everything that's going on. Because if we go through it as a 360 video booth company that's been around over a year, we're sure that someone who's just starting or someone who has just started or somebody that's about to purchase, this will all be helpful, right? And conducive. I feel like conducive is a word, so we're going to use it. Conducive to what we need, right? And so just to continue to elaborate on the manual 360 video booth, the speed will be controlled by you. So if you have more people getting on the 360 on the manual, that arm will continue to spin. But if it's more people than less people or heavier weight than less weight, then the arm will go slower. The video will still come out gorgeous. It will still come out as immaculate as you make the software set up. Shout out to our software video. Make sure y'all check that out. If y'all want to see more software and specific dedicated videos, then definitely leave us a comment below and let us know what. But you'll still be able to have that 360 video booth spin. When we work as a contract worker for other automatic 360 video booths, we have noticed, if you take a look at these videos here, whether the person is taller or has more weight on them, some 360 video booths, the arm will actually collapse. And I'm not sure if you've ever experienced it or if you've ever seen it, but we've seen it not once, but twice. And it varies because the automatic 360 video booth, depending on where you purchase from, making that clear, depending on where you purchase that from, the arm can collapse if the weight is too much because the velocity on top of the weight will cause it to just fall. Now, that I don't know if we don't know what liability is, that video will definitely tell you, right? So we just want to be mindful with that. That with the 360 manual has never happened, and we pray to the Father Almighty that it never does. What the 360 manual video booth does, it will just slow down if it's more weight on the 360. So the video will still come out nice, the arm won't fall, collapse, less liability, but you just always want to gauge what type of clientele you want to have, what event settings you're going to be at. Know that before you purchase your 360 video booth, and that will give you a great, great choice in what you want to do. If you want to do everything to make the most money, then go with the most sturdy 360 video booth you can find, okay? We love our RevoSpin video booth, and that is our baby. We will attest to that. Shout out RevoSpin if you're watching. Hit me up. Like, what? Our 360 video booth, like we said in previous videos, is from RevoSpin, so we do love our manual. On top of the manual 360 video booth, it's just slowing down as opposed to maybe collapsing because the velocity is too fast on an automatic 360 when it comes to a certain weight. The manual 360 does not require a remote, so you do not need extra pieces aside from everything that you have to set up. And we believe that that is not only comforting, but it's super helpful when you need to pick up and leave and go. Everything is already packed up. A remote is small, so you want to be mindful that you always have to have that remote. If you want to keep it in your wallet, maybe do that. That's a good tip, good trick there. But we know personally somebody from a 360 video booth reached out to us because one time they lost their remote. They couldn't find it. It was lost. They needed a 360 video booth. They could not perform for their client because they did not have that remote. And it was going to take entirely too long for the remote to get shipped, right? So they reached out to us and had us come with our manual 360 video booth because the 360 manual video booth, from our perspective, our experience, is more realistic when you're traveling with it, when you have a lot of events and you're not staying as stationed as if you were to have an event space, right? So that is our experience, first hands-on, after being in this industry for over a year, working with other 360 video booth vendors, other 360 video booth businesses, other event spaces with 360 video booth, all while still having our baby and our events to deal with. You know, it's all around a diagram chart. You put the manual here, you put the automatic here, you draw it with the circles so they overlap. What's for both, what's for either one, and you make your choice there. We also like to keen in on the fact that the manual typically, at least for RevoSpin, is less money than the automatic, which rightfully so makes sense because you have more electricity, you have more technology that's put into the automatic as opposed to the manual. Just do your due diligence on what type of clients you want to have. What type of event settings do you have? Do you have an event space? Do you feel like you'll be traveling a lot? Really keen into those different aspects. What type of people you want to come on your 360. If you want the 1 to 2 person look, if you want the 3 to 5 person look, so you can charge a certain amount, really map it out. Write it down. I'm telling you, when you write something down, not only is it permanent on the paper, but every time you look at it, it's a constant reminder. A constant reminder to lock in, to complete the goal, to understand the goal, right? So we do hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. Y'all already know us on our website, thegoldenimpact.net, as well as us on Instagram, _thegoldenImpact. And on TikTok, you know, we be here and there on TikTok, but with all the platforms, you know, we do our best. So we hope you're tuning in. We know this is helpful. We continue to provide as much as we can based on our experiences, based on other people's comments, based on people's reviews, based on what people are saying, based on the 360 video booths that we encounter even as events and when we're not working, and just seeing that some people have a 360 video booth without stanchions, without props, without the whole 9 yards. It's your decision what you want your investment to look like. It's your decision what you want your 360 setup to look like. And that all intertwines with how much you charge and how much value you're providing to people. It's not just about what you're giving someone, but what is the value behind what you're giving someone. That's the main focus, right? So keep tuning in. We got more videos coming up. Entrepreneurs on the way. The recap of the Golden Impact's annual brunch, which might I add has been bigger than last year. We love y'all so much. We appreciate the support. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and y'all already know. Bang that bell for the next episode. We'll catch y'all real soon.